Hi, welcome back to the PhotoshopTrainingChannel.com. I'm Jesus Ramirez. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can download over 1,000 free high-quality Photoshop brushes from Adobe. I'm also going to show you an efficient method for organizing your brushes, and I'm going to show you how you can make them available to you from anywhere. You're also going to learn several time-saving keyboard shortcuts that I'm sure you'll enjoy. Okay, let's get started. The first step is to select the brush tool. Then, from the options bar, you can click on this drop down and you can right click anywhere you want really and select Get More Brushes, or you can go into the gear icon and click on Get More Brushes. This will open up your browser and take you to an Adobe page with over 1,000 Photoshop brushes from Kyle Webster. These are high quality brushes. They come in different packs. I recommend downloading them all and trying them out. The one that we're going to try out today is found here. It's called Concept. All you need to do is click on the download button to download this pack. This will download an ABR file, which is an Adobe brush file. And all you need to do is click on it to install it into Photoshop. Photoshop has to be open for the brush to install. If you have any problems installing the Photoshop brushes using this method, then go back into Photoshop, make sure that the brush tool is selected. From the options bar, click on the down pointing arrow, then on the gear icon and select Import Brushes. Then find the ABR file in your computer and open it. Now that you've installed your Photoshop brushes, all you have to do is find the pack, click on the down pointing arrow and scroll down. You'll see all the brushes that you have in your installation of Photoshop. You'll notice that I've installed all of Kyle Webster's brushes. The one that I'm going to work with is Concept. Open the folder. And this is what I recommend that you do. I recommend that you click on the first brush and create a new layer and try out the brush. Then switch over into the next brush. But instead of going into the drop down and clicking on the next brush and then painting, you can use the keyboard shortcut, which is the greater than key. That's the same key as the period in most American keyboards. Then you can simply paint with the new brush. To go back into the previous brush, you can tap on the less than key, which is the same key as the comma key in most American keyboards. And you can just switch through the different brushes like this. And I believe that this pack is really powerful. It has a whole bunch of different brushes that I think will help you in many different scenarios. Really quickly, I'm just going to show you a couple. There's a clouds brush. I'm going to press D on the keyboard for my default colors, which will make black my foreground color. So we can create smoke. Really cool Photoshop brushes. There's several clouds brushes. I recommend trying them all. There's also a brush called Crazy Cracks where you can paint cracks like so. And I'm going to tap on the less than key to go to the previous version, which is also a crack brush. So really, really cool brushes. I'll create a new layer and I'll show you just a few more before I show you this really cool technique on organizing the brushes that you preview. So I'm just going to go down and I'm going to find the snow brush. There's a couple snow brushes here that are really cool for adding snow to your images. This one here, Snowfall. I'll paint so that you can see what it looks like. You can also resize your brush by tapping on the left or right bracket keys on the keyboard. Those are found next to the letter P. I would recommend going through all these brushes and finding the ones that you like and the ones that you think will help you in your projects. Now, if you remember, on Adobe's website, you can download over 1,000 free Photoshop brushes. The problem is that there's so many brushes and they might sometimes be difficult to find if you forget exactly which pack you got them from or where in the pack they're located or what they're called. So I'm going to show you a technique that is going to allow you to save your favorite brushes and you'll have access to them from anywhere. So what you need to do is create a new library. You can go into the Libraries tab. If you don't see the tab, you can go into Window, Libraries. Then create a new library. You can create a new library by clicking on this icon, the flyout menu, and selecting Create New Library. Give it whatever name you like. I'm going to call mine Favorite Brushes. Then I can simply start adding brushes into my library. One way to do that is to click on the Brushes panel. If you don't see it, you can go into Window, Brushes, and the brush that you currently have active will be selected. If that's the brush that you want to save, you can simply click and drag that into the libraries panel and you will see it there. Currently, I'm viewing the contents of this library by group, but I can change it to view by type, where I can see the type of the item that is in that library. I'm going to work with view by group so that I can organize my Photoshop brushes in a much more efficient way. Start by creating a new group, then name your group. You should give it a name that describes the type of brushes that you're going to save inside of that group. For example, if you are saving special effect brushes, then I will call this group FX. And that will be my special effects brushes group. I can also create a new group by clicking on this icon, and I can call that retouching. So this could be my retouching brushes. And all I need to do now at this point is select the brush tool, start painting on my layer just to see what that brush does. If I don't like it, I can skip to the next one by tapping on the greater than key. And I can just keep going through all the different brushes just to see what they do. If I find one that I like, I can click on the brushes icon to open up the brushes panel, and that brush will automatically be selected, and I can click and drag that into my Creative Cloud library. By default, it will go into the Not Group section, so you can click and drag it into a group, for example, the FX group or my retouching group. In this case, this will be more of a special effects brush, so I will drop it here. So that's the process. Go through all your free Photoshop brushes, find the ones that you like, and save those onto a Creative Cloud library. And you'll have access to these brushes from anywhere. So if you're doing this process on your desktop, once you save them into a Creative Cloud library, you'll also have access to the brushes in your laptop. And to select the brush from the libraries panel is very easy. Just click on it. So I can just click on this brush, which is the snowfall brush, and notice that Photoshop automatically switches over to that brush, and I can start painting with it, and I can select the other brush that I saved anytime that I like. Again, this is a really powerful method, and I hope that you incorporate it into your workflow. Let me know in the comments below which is your favorite Photoshop brush and in what pack we can find it. Maybe we can make the comments of this video a valuable resource for finding good Photoshop brushes. Also, if you're interested in making your own custom brush, then check out this video on making custom brushes from any photo. I'm sure that you'll enjoy it. I'll place the link for this tutorial down below in the description. If this is your first time at the Photoshop training channel, then don't forget to click on the subscribe and the notification button so that you get notified whenever I post a new tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you again in the next video.